Welcome back. We are starting the bulletin with live visuals coming in. That is Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is in Manipur as we speak. Remember, it's his first trip to the state since the ethnic violence broke out 2 years ago. The Prime Minister is interacting with the citizens there. There you can see visuals, live visuals coming in at the moment. Prime Minister Narendra Modi at Churachandpur. This is in Manipur. Remember, this is very, very significant, the Prime Minister's visit, because this was also an area which was hit by ethnic violence. Mohit, my colleague, is on the phone line with us. Mohit, first of all, take us through the visuals coming in.
Meeting the internally displaced people, for the fact that how from past 2 years, Manipur has been on a boil. Since 2023, there have been the ethnic clashes that has happened over there, and the questions are being raised by the opposition parties over the absence of the Prime Minister. But why Prime Minister, who has been going on the foreign trips, is not going to Manipur? So it's a message coming in from Prime Minister Narendra Modi, where he has reached Manipur, and post the violence, this is the first visit of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and he will be inaugurating and laying foundation of various projects in Manipur. And this is part of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's and Government of India's Act East policy, where Prime Minister Narendra Modi just has come from Mizoram, where Mizoram has been linked to Delhi with railway line first time in history, and various projects were being inaugurated over there. But this particular Manipur visit is also very, very important, given the fact that it comes at a time when we have seen that how Prime Minister Narendra Modi's absence from Manipur, is not going to Manipur, was being questioned by the opposition parties. But now Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going there. It will be a confidence booster for the people, and he will also be meeting people from the Kuki and the Methi community, given the fact that how these people are being called as IDF, that is internally displaced people who lost their houses, who were displaced due to the violence. So the message is loud and clear from the Government of India. Yes, they care for Manipur. They have been saying this, that how Home Minister Amit Shah is continuously monitoring the situation. But then what exactly would be the message of Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Manipur? That would be very, very interesting, because from the soil of Manipur, PM would be speaking for the first time, and Manipur has been badly hampered, suffering from ethnic violence, ethnic clashes, and still we see that how the situation over there is volatile. While Prime Minister Narendra Modi is visiting Manipur, we have seen jabs coming in from the opposition parties. Mallikarjun Kharge, the Congress president, called it a tokenist visit, while Rahul Gandhi stated it's good that PM is going, but the issue is about the vote chori now. So we have to wait and watch what exactly would be the message of Prime Minister. First, he is there at Churachandpur, which is one of the worst affected districts in Manipur when it comes to the violent clashes. Post that, he will be going to Imphal, where he'll also be addressing a rally. Back to you.
All right, Mohit, thank you for joining us with all these details. Pooja, my colleague, is also joining us live on the broadcast. Pooja, this is the Prime Minister's first trip to the state, obviously after it was hit by ethnic violence and broke out 2 years ago. The Prime Minister today will be interacting with the internally displaced people as well. Take us through the Prime Minister's itinerary, why this visit is so very significant as well.
Well, as you pointed out, this is going to be the first such visit of any Prime Minister of the country to visit the hilly areas of Manipur. Remember, Prime Minister Narendra Modi is the first such Prime Minister to visit Churachandpur. And this visit is also important because this comes 2 years after ethnic clashes broke out in parts of Manipur. So clearly it's been 2 years since the ethnic clashes broke out, and this is the first such visit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. I'll take you through the itinerary. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has arrived at Churachandpur's peace ground. In a short while from now, he is going to address a gathering and also interact with internally displaced persons. Thereafter, he is going to participate in a foundation stone laying ceremony, and then he is going to proceed towards Imphal. Remember, the event at Imphal is scheduled at around 2 p.m. But the fact that there was a small change in the itinerary and Prime Minister was to arrive at the peace grounds around 11:30. But due to the inclement weather, he had to arrive at Imphal airport first and then take a road tour and arrive at Churachandpur. So there might be a small delay as far as the timings are concerned. But once he is done with this event, he is going to proceed towards Imphal, where he is going to address a gathering at the Kangla Fort, and then he is also going to interact with internally displaced persons. And projects worth 1,200 crores of the projects which will be the foundation stone laying ceremony will be taking place at the Kangla Fort itself. So clearly this is going to be a huge announcement as far as the people of Manipur is concerned. The focus really is going to be on the healthcare and education, but also how he is going to give a message of everlasting peace. Remember, this is one of the worst affected areas of Manipur. Churachandpur saw mindless violence over several months, and it has been almost 2 years and 4 years since thousands of people are left homeless, several died. So this is going to be a message for everlasting peace in parts of Manipur, and how from here on the state is going to progress and proceed towards development is what Prime Minister is going to give a message to the people of Manipur.
Well, absolutely, and it's very significant. Can you also take us through the visuals coming in? We can see the Prime Minister interacting there with the children as well.
Well, as far as the security arrangements are concerned, the cameras are not allowed inside and outside of the venue. The peace grounds at Churachandpur, where Prime Minister is interacting with school children and others. We are outside and a little afar from the venue. You can see that, security personnel are still patrolling and ensuring the fact that this is a very sensitive area and has seen mindless violence 2 years ago. So to ensure that there is a security labs, there is patrolling by the army, Assam Rifles, paramilitary, and of course the Manipur police. But you can see people who in front are going to the peace grounds where they're going to hear the Prime Minister's message. So people are making a beeline. You can see despite the rain, this cannot deter the spirit, and they are still making their way to the venue where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to address people shortly.
All right, the Prime Minister is going to address the people there shortly. It's going to be very significant. All eyes are on the Prime Minister's address. Take us through, Pooja, what we can expect in the Prime Minister's address, because many are also calling it a healing touch. Obviously, there is a big Vikas push developmental project, but the fact that the Prime Minister has, visited Manipur after the ethnic strike, his first visit, all of that make his visit extremely significant, isn't it?
Well, absolutely, and this is going to be a major outreach for the people of Manipur, remember, because he is not just visiting the capital city of Imphal, he is also visiting Churachandpur. So clearly there is an ethnic divide among the people of valley and the hilly areas. So clearly he is going to address people from both the communities, from both the ethnicities, so no one community feels that they are left out. There are going to be major announcements as far as infrastructural projects are concerned. There is going to be a message for everlasting peace. So clearly Prime Minister's major outreach to not just Imphal and people residing and to a particular ethnicity, but this is his major outreach to people residing in the hilly areas and valley, and of course reaching out to both the ethnicities and communities.
Absolutely, the Prime Minister is also going to reach out to the ethnicities, the communities, and obviously it's very significant. Take us through the interaction, which is happening at the moment and what we are expecting through the course of the day today, because right now the Prime Minister is interacting, with the younger generation there, and also he's going to, I believe, talk to the displaced as well. That speech, I believe, is going to also happen very, very shortly. We have those live visuals. First of all, let's take a look. Okay, so that's the Prime Minister. He's on stage, as we can see. Pooja, take us through what's happening after interacting there, with the younger generation. The Prime Minister now on stage. That all crucial, that extremely critical speech also going to happen anytime now. Take us through, what we can expect in the Prime Minister's upcoming address.
Of this humble land. यहाँ वास्तव में हमारे लिए गर्व और सौभाग्य का विषय है कि हमारे आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री.
Well, absolutely, we've seen how Prime Minister, when he arrived at the Churachandpur venue, he was welcomed by. You can see that this road leads to the venue. In fact, and there are still people reaching to the venue, but school children have reached the venue in huge numbers, and we see the visuals how he's interacting with the generation. But what is more important is that the fact that
Okay, there seems to be some audio trouble there with my colleague Pooja, but we were telling you viewers about the Prime Minister's visit in Manipur. Very, very significant visit because it's after the ethnic site that the Prime Minister is visiting Manipur. He is also at Churachandpur. Imphal is next, on his itinerary. Why is this visit so significant? Because it's coming, as we told you, after the ethnic strike. The Prime Minister is in Churachandpur. He has travelled there and after that he'll be going to Imphal. This is going to be very, very significant because it's a healing touch as far as this visit is concerned. It's after the 2023 ethnic violence. Remember, it left over 200 people dead, and the opposition, though, is also attacking the Prime Minister. There's a lot of politics also happening because opposition is saying this is a bit late in the day, too little, too late. And we heard about the developmental projects because it's going to be a massive developmental push when it comes to Northeast as well. In Churachandpur, after landing, the Prime Minister is also going to meet and speak to the internally displaced person. He's also going to lay the foundation for projects worth 7,300 crore rupees. Mohit, my colleague, is on the phone line with us. Mohit, this is a town which saw a lot of clashes. This is a town which was at the epicenter of the violence which had broken out in Manipur. The Prime Minister there is in Churachandpur. Why and how is this visit, this particular touchdown, so very significant?